Alright guys, we are making meatloaf today. Um, it's basically traditional meatloaf with a couple little twists. Um, Start with your egg, beat your egg so it'll incorporate in your um, meatloaf better when you start your mixture up so you won't have clumps of yolk. Um, Next we're going with our meat. I have here a blend. I have 80-20 ground beef and I have a 93.7 Angus. And I really like mixing these two together. The ground chuck with the Angus gives a nice beefy flavor and not too much fat. And here we go. That's a seasoning blend, guys. That is um, peppers, onions, and celery. Next, what you see me doing is crunching up some cracker crumbs or saltines, either that or bread. I don't do breadcrumbs too much. I like the hearty flavor I get from bread and cracker crumbs. Gives it a nice texture as well. And that is not ketchup. That is Heinz 57 sauce. I love it in my meatloaf. Gives it added flavor, besides just plain old ketchup. And season it with salt and pepper. And next, you want to start working your meatloaf. Get it all blended together. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. This is the most important part. You want to get it together. And once you got it together, you got it in a nice little ball, it's time to put it in the pan and start molding it. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Just make it look like a meatloaf. But it's very easy, simple to do. Just pat and mash, form it, mold it, you know, make it look like a loaf. All right. Next, what you want to do is after you get it together and almost perfect shape, add a little water. Um, Keep your meatloaf from sticking to the pan. And also, when you cover it with foil and you put it in the oven, it's going to really cook the middle of it, and it's going to leave the meatloaf moist. And a lot of people like to cook their meatloaf without the foil. I've never cooked it like that. My mom has always cooked it with foil, and I use foil. All right, so it's in the oven, and I am getting ready to make my meatloaf sauce. And here's another twist. That is tomato sauce I'm using, guys. This next ingredient right here is teriyaki seasoning. Okay? And I'm going to add a little bit of raw honey. And I use the honey because, for the sweetness. And also, tomato sauce out of the can is very acidic. So you have to balance your flavors out. The teriyaki sauce, is in the middle. There's my honey. And I also added Worcestershire sauce to my meatloaf glaze. Really delicious. Stir it up well. Taste it. Add a little salt and pepper to it. And that's about it. It's a thin sauce, but it glazes well because of the honey in it. So it'll thicken up real nicely in the oven. And guys, the meatloaf, I let it cook in the oven for 45 minutes. Pull it out. As you can see, it's still moist, steam coming out of it. Veggies are cooked at this point. The meatloaf is just about, cooked. The outer part of the meatloaf is cooked, but the inside still, might be a little undone. So we're going to sauce this thing up, get it back in the oven for about 15 minutes, guys. And when we take it out of the oven, it's going to be time to eat. Pour your sauce on there well. Get it back in the oven, uncovered, for 15 minutes. Total cook time is going to be an hour. Well, there you have it, guys. Let me know what you think. Try it out. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. Until next time, happy eating. Enjoy, guys.